All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about NEI's PREEts services for the 2021 school year. My name is Kimo Quizon. What I want to do first with you guys is just go over some history, and we'll introduce our team, go over some of the services we offer, and then we'll follow up with a question and answer session. So for those of you who are not familiar with NEI, we are a nonprofit organization that was founded in Hawaii in 1985 by Roland Talbot and Mildred Ige. In fact, NEI just celebrated its 35-year anniversary April 2020. Over the years, there have been many benchmarks that we achieved. One of those benchmarks happened back in 2013 when our founders, Roland and Mildred, developed and piloted with the state of Hawaii the Vocational Work Adjustment Training Services Program, more commonly known as VWATS. So it's pretty exciting to know that NEI's founders helped to create the program that other CRPs and nonprofit organizations offer today. We're very proud of our founders and our history. Since then, we've learned quite a lot and recognized that the needs of the community we serve are constantly changing. Today, we continue to expand these services. And in fact, we were one of the first, if not the first organization in Hawaii to offer services virtually. Our decision-making process is very strategic and quick and made in the best interest of the community that we serve. Most recently, we collaborated with Dr. Rhonda Black at UH Manoa. She's a professor of special education. She not only helped us with the development of the PREEts virtual and in-person services, but she also co-taught the PREET services classes as well. The takeaway that I want you guys to take with you in this introduction is think of NEI as an agent of change for the community that we serve, and always remember that our services are always individualized, inclusive, and impactful. So now I'd like to introduce NEI's Employment Division team. As you guys already know, my name is Kimo Quizon. I joined NEI's Board of Directors in 2013 and was hired as President and CEO in 2015. I was hired to lead the organization into the future. My vision was to integrate the latest research and make it culturally and Hawaii relevant. That's what brings us to our koi ponder and our logo. It's a representation of work and reward. If any of you have ever had the opportunity to pound taro or kalo, you understand that it takes a lot of time and energy, and the result is poi, is what we eat. So our logo is meant to emphasize that hard work pays off. That's just a little bit about me. I'm just one person among a big team. We have 65 team members here at NEI, but not all of them will be joining us today. But we are fortunate to have the Employment Division team here with us.
Thank you, Kimo. As you guys can see, we have an amazing leader and our deep-rooted history. I'm Dr. Ann Yoshida, Transition Program Director. I joined the NEI team about 3 years ago. One of the exciting things about working with a local organization is that we are supporting the communities that we live in with our services. With my occupational therapy and rehabilitation counseling background, I have been working to innovate our program to meet the changing industries of our community and using evidence-based practice to support or develop the visions of our future workforce. In whole, society is getting more accepting of diversity and inclusion measures, and we would like to pave the path to an embracing community in all life activities.
Hi, I'm Nesta Miller. I work with the Employment Division as the Employment Division Coordinator. I've been with NEI for over 10 years. I work with Ann and Alana as well as with my boss, Kimo. I directly work with the Division of Vocational Rehab Management, support staff, and counselors. I have seen NEI continuously grow and change according to the needs of the population that we serve and work with. I look forward to working with all of you and providing exciting opportunities for your students transitioning out of the world of school and into the world of work. Please use this presentation as a key resource moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Nisa. My name is Alana Weigel. I am the newest addition to the NEI team. I'm thrilled to be on board. I have a long history with special education. I kind of fell into the field as a summer job after my first year of college, and it actually ended up leading my path towards getting my bachelor's degree in speech, language, and hearing sciences. So from there, I got my one of many yoga teacher certifications and spent a lot of time working in both of those fields concurrently. Ultimately, I became a mentor for our incoming teacher trainers, and it was there that I discovered my passion for really helping folks overcome their limitations. So whatever that may be, whether it's physical, mental, self-imposed, or otherwise, it thrills me to see someone thrive. So from there, I decided to get my master's degree in psychology, which I just finished up in June. And now I want to put it all together at NEI and just create an integrative program that addresses all the different elements of wellness, and utilizing, again, science-based research and positive thinking to create real change in our clients' lives.
So you guys are all here to learn a little bit more about the Summer Youth Employment Program. This is we call it SYEP. It's a two-part program. The first part is the PBEST, or the Project-Based Employment Skills Training. This is a classroom-type learning environment, and it's taking the format that the kids and students are familiar with and translating that into a form where it's relevant to the workforce and into the community. The second part is the paid work experience, or PWE. This is a real life experience for kids and students to practice what they've learned in the PBEST and apply it to the workforce. First, the PBEST is a classroom setting where students participate in activities and varying dynamics to complete an employment magazine that they may be able to reference in the future. So this class can be taught virtually or in person, depending on the collective need. Classes sizes are kept small. We're asking 4 to 6 students to allow for individualized attention and the opportunity for group interaction. To meet the students' needs, the PBEST training classes are offered throughout the year, which can include requests for after school or during the school day sessions, pending the approval of the school parents, DVR, and the students, all of the stakeholders. Here is an example of the virtual PBEST group class. It meets on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is where students learn key concepts of the topics and interact with each other in the class. And here's an example of the virtual PBEST individual meeting that occurs on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This session is individualized and focused on the kids' needs or the students' needs. So in the PBEST class, we cover a few topics. The topics we cover in the PBEST training includes informational class topics, where students learn about professional presentation techniques, PPE safety, communication techniques, which is especially important in receiving supervision, but they also are given opportunities to learn to communicate needs and ask appropriate questions. They learn about teamwork, planning and organizing, stress management, and workplace etiquette. In the second week, they're able to practice their skills that they learned in the first week in a virtual mentorship experience. They also learn to get an opportunity to do a mock interview, and they go through an actual application process to set the students up for the employment paid work experience. One of the exciting things is that it's really fun to see the students meeting people from all over the world in the virtual mentor experience. They can ask questions about getting started in employment. We learned that our students have difficulty asking questions and need more support in these skills, which is super important when in the workplace where they have to ask questions if they don't understand something.
So the virtual mentorship portion of the PBEST training classes were very interesting. Who was the closest person that provided virtual services or virtual mentorship? Anne?
Well, one of the people that was actually teaching the class. So Rhonda Black got to do a little bit of a virtual mentorship with one of our students who was interested in teaching and becoming a professor.
And then you also mentioned from all over the world.
Yes, so we had people that joined us from South Africa and Korea, who were able to share their expertise in animation and film production.
Very cool. All right, so this is our proposed timeline for this upcoming school year. We are somewhat flexible with the specific start date, but we do want to maintain this every other month format. So notice that the first offering here will be in November, which is just around the corner. So it would be helpful if you could just jot the dates down and plan accordingly. And we'll speak a little bit more about the process for referrals in just a few moments, but November, January, March, and May are the target months for our PBEST classes. All right, and as Anne mentioned, we do have the virtual training, and like Kimo said, we're pretty sure the pioneers in Hawaii of this format. It went really well, but it was also a learning experience. So it's only going to improve as we go. And it will just depend on the state regulations at that time and, of course, the needs of our students and referrals. So if we do take the platform of virtual training, it will be via Zoom, and NEI will be the host for the Zoom training. So you don't have to worry about anybody at DOE logging on to Zoom. In the virtual training, it's a 2-week duration on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like you saw that picture, it's a group class, so it's interactive. Everyone gets to engage and ask questions. We even discovered a polling option that we might start to incorporate into the class this next round, just to get people involved and getting used to talking to one another as they would in an employment setting. The one-on-one class is on Tuesday and Thursday, and that is just 1 hour. So that's the virtual training, 2 weeks long. If we go in person, if we're opened back up and we have folks that need a little bit more personal attention and or cannot navigate the virtual platform, then we'll go in person. Like Anne said, that is also somewhat flexible, so please come to us with your specific requests as needed. That in-person training is 1 week long. It goes from Monday through Friday, and it's 3 hours a day. And we will be able to give that individualized attention in the group setting. So not to worry, there will still be plenty of one-on-one time. All right. So after students successfully complete the PBEST part of our Summer Youth Employment Program, they move on to the Paid Work Experience, or what we call PWE. So in the PBEST, students get the opportunity to make mistakes, they receive feedback from us, and we work through their individual challenges. In PWE, they get an opportunity to shine. They get to showcase what they learned. And these are real life employment opportunities with real life paychecks. So the kids will be earning at least minimum wage, but depending on the placement, sometimes they might even make a little bit more than that. We work with each student and their support system and their individual needs to set up a schedule that is convenient for all parties involved. We will customize the schedule up to 19.5 hours of work per week. So that's the maximum end, but it could potentially be less than that if need be as well. The best part is we don't just throw them out into the job and say, good luck, nice work, see you later. We continuously offer support, right? So an employment specialist, whether that's myself or one of these other beautiful, passionate people on my team, will really be there to guide them through step by step. So it's the preliminary paperwork, it's going through all the procedures, it's being on site during training to ensure that what's being communicated is comprehended and really sinks in. We also continue to communicate with supervisors and coworkers, whoever may need to be in the loop, just to ensure that it's a really successful experience for our students and for our partners. And this PWE program for this school year will run from June 1st to July 31st, 2021.
So NEI has a number of different community partnerships. NEI is also an employer, but we also partner with employers out in the community. Some of the community partnerships that we offer are grounds maintenance or landscaping, custodial services, medical facility housekeeping services, document scanning, office clerical or receptionist work, food preparation, lifeguarding, media writing, campaign coordinator, store shelf stocker, coffee and shave ice maker, and ice cream maker. These are just some of the positions that we've placed our students in over the last year. We continue to develop community partnership positions, and we always take the consumer's interests when selecting a community partner site. So we won't place a consumer who has no interest in doing landscaping or ground maintenance work. If that person is interested in an office type of setting, we're not going to make them work as a custodian. So among these community partnerships, we have a lot of success stories. Unfortunately, we can't share all of these success stories with you, but Anne, do you want to touch a little bit on some of the success stories that you've experienced?
Yes, thank you. So chemo, as you were talking about, that we kind of take into consideration people's interests. One of the great success stories that we had this past summer was one of the clients that we were working with. She was really, she had a lot of doubt in herself and she didn't have a lot of confidence. So we took a little bit, like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, to build up her confidence. We went out there in the community. We prepared her to learn how to communicate with a prospective employer, and then she was able to get her a job on her own with the support that we provided. And she was at Kalapavai.
All right. So this is some live action footage of some of our paid work experiences that our past consumers have gone through. On the left-hand side here, you will see the stock shelving program that we have at the Hickam Commissary. In the middle here, we have the boys hard at work doing the grounds maintenance role based out of DHHL. And the final picture on the right is the neat and orderly conclusion of the evening, where you can see not only are the stocks beautifully shelved, but all of the labels are fronted perfectly and orderly. These guys did an excellent job.
So one of the cool things about SYEP is that we get to celebrate the students' successes. We usually have a small ceremony to present a certificate of completion for the PBEST and the paid work experience. This last July was a little interesting. We had some things that we had to jump through as far as gathering, but we were able to go to people's workplaces and present them with this certificate. It was really amazing to see that they had a sense of accomplishment. And with the, utilizing the observations, we see their body language, the way what they said, and things like that. They really felt this sense of accomplishment, and that's really that whole going back to our logo, in that we see that work does pay off, and it's very sweet. For those that were not in the office, Chemo went over and they got a special visitor, and they presented he presented their certificate among their coworkers, which shows, that whole reward system that happens when you work. So to participate in the PBEST training and the Summer Youth Employment Program, students must have some requirements, and these are the requirements. They must have access to a device, and this device could be a phone or a tablet or a computer. We prefer a computer just because that's much easier for the students to navigate between Google Classroom and Zoom. They must know the basic use of those devices, and they must have access to reliable internet connection. Now, I know there's some community organizations, and DOE has emphasis on developing connectivity, and we will definitely work with the community organizations so that people can get access to devices and to internet connection. The students must be familiar with or have the ability to learn Google Classroom and Zoom. And they must have access to a trusted adult. The adult who is trusted could be a mom, a dad. It could be your brothers and sisters that are older or are more familiar with troubleshooting the things that are necessary in Google Classroom and in Zoom. To be successful in this program as an organization, we do need time to prepare and get students and their families prepared. So referrals must be received no later than 2 weeks prior to the scheduled class. And if there are any special requests, such as running the class in person or at the school or even one-on-one, that request may be made more than 2 weeks prior to the anticipated start. This will help us get all the logistics situated and we'll have a smooth running class. We will work with accommodations of all students. We'll work with the schools and DVR and all of their needs, but services are dependent on a first come, first served basis and or a severity scale. For approval of any requests, please contact me or any one of my team members, and we will work to accommodate your needs.
So I know that was a lot of information that we went over. But if there's like Ann said, if there's any questions that you may have, feel free to contact any of us. You can contact us through our website at neihawaii.org. For more information on the programs we offer above and beyond the PreEts services, you also can visit our website.
Hi, this is Sharon Domingo. I'm the Executive Assistant, HR, and a Supervisor of Document Scanning and Custodian here in our office. I've been with Network Enterprises, Inc. for 15 years, and what I do here at the office is I oversee the daily activities here in the office and help out other management and do payroll. Open position for us is document scanning and custodian. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, my name is Michael Garcia. I'm project manager for ground and maintenance crew. I've been working for Network Enterprise for 3 years. We also have opening job with ground maintenance. Come join us.
Aloha everyone, my name is Emmy Quides and I have been in the company NEI for more than 20 years. I am a project manager responsible for custodial / housekeeping services here in HECOM 15th Med Group Clinic and in some Department of Transportation offices. Welcoming you all to come and join my family-oriented staff. We have some openings, so see you soon.
Aloha, my name is Brent Bolin and I'm the Site Safety and Health Officer / Quality Control for the HICM 15th Group Medical Clinic. We have current openings as custodial services, housekeepers. I've been with the company for over 2 years. Please come join our team. Mahalo.
Hello everyone, my name is Grace. I'm with NEI for 16 years. I'm the project manager at HICM Commissary. I oversee the shelf stocking and custodial operation. Come join our team. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My name is Carmelo Cala. You can call me Mel. I'm the project manager at the Department of Hawaiian Homeland. I've been with NEI for 2 years now. I look forward to growing with the company and expanding my team. We currently have one custodial position open. I look forward to working with you all. Mahalo.
At this time, I would like to open it up for questions. So one of the first questions that we received was, is participation in PBEST required to participate in paid work experience?
So the answer to that question is, if the student is signed up for the Summer Youth Employment Program, it is a 2-part program. And students must do the PBEST and the paid work experience. But all services can be individualized and customized, given all the needs and prior approval.
Another question that we have, will students who participate in PBEST in the fall have the chance to review topics and or practice mock interview processes again before summer paid work experience?
So that's interesting. We don't do that in a formal setting, but students will be prepared to start the paid work experience. We work with students before they do go into the paid work experience just to get an idea of their needs. And they will have a chance to meet the supervisors before they start.
Is PWE considered an individualized service?
So paid work experience can be an individualized service, but you must obtain prior approval if you request the students only to have one service or multiple services in a different setting, or the things that we covered earlier in this presentation.
Will NEI be the host for all Zoom virtual PBEST meetings?
Yes, so NEI will host all the PBEST trainings and any one-on-one sessions. And we do that under our own organization. So no one really has to be there to supervise that. However, if counselors or teachers want to join us in one of our sessions, then they are welcome to. Just let us know so that we can give them the information and prepare them for that day.
Are students guaranteed a PW placement?
So all students will be able to work with NEI. However, if there are special requests based on job interest, then we will have to be flexible, and depending on the industry and community openings, that will be depending on their placements. But yes, we definitely have placements for all students.
Another question we have: does every student have to wait for PWE to start in June, even if they take one of the earlier classes?
Mm-hmm. So in the summer youth employment program, students will have their paid work experience during the summer unless otherwise approved. So if you do have a different scenario that you want to run by us, please contact us early on so that we can make accommodations and we can meet the needs of your student.
Can a senior still participate in paid work experience under PREETs if they graduate that spring before PWE begins?
So someone asked this question and DVR gave an answer. DVR under WinTAC has more qualifications for PREETs, but basically they said that as long as the students are attending school and they're under the age of 21 or whatever the state guideline is for students, then they are able to participate as a PREET student.
That is the conclusion of our presentation. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to give us a call, email. We'll be really happy to answer any questions. Again, thanks everybody. Stay safe out there. Take care.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for meeting us.
Bye. Thank you.
Spending time with us.
Aloha.